Hi everybody and welcome to this tutorial for Hozier's Take Me to Church, a very cool indie kind of song which is piano oriented, a lot of cool pop piano stuff going on here, so let's dive right into it. This is what we're gonna play. Yeah, that's the first round where he sings, "My love has got humor, she's the giggle in a funeral." Yeah, that part. Okay, chords. As you see, they are just laid down, so pay attention here. The first chord is an E minor chord. Let me say, the piano has very much low end, so just a general suggestion for the rest of the tutorial: try to play the notes that I tell you to play as low as possible. So starting with an E here, the root note of the E minor chord, the first chord, an E here, and I even play this very low E over here. If you cannot play octaves, then just stick to the one root note as low as possible, so then I would take that one. But the chord E minor is E, G, B. Onto an A minor chord. You see the same thing. I'm just, for the left hand, the general rule, play octaves and as low as possible. A is in the left hand, the right hand will play E, A, C, which is the second inversion. Regular A minor chord, first inversion, second inversion here. Okay, so my love has got humor. Then again go to the A minor chord and then to, so that's the same, yeah? Then to a G chord. Again, G's in the bass, G, B, and D over here. Just a regular G chord. Then A minor, E. But now, as you see, I choose a different inversion because you'll distinctly hear this top note on the record. So, there you play the root position, A minor. Back to E minor. Then, okay, that's the first round. I'll repeat it. My love has got humor, she's the giggle at the funeral. Everybody does. Sorry, I don't know the lyrics. Okay, then you start over, so you go back to E minor. Okay, then we get an extra chord, D. A D, just in regular root position, D, F sharp, A. Then on to C with an added 6. So you leave that A over here, which is C, E, G. This is a regular C chord. Now we add the 6, or you could say A minor over C, but let's not get too theoretical over here. So that round, that is the second round of the verse, goes like this. So after he says, should have worshipped her sooner, then yeah. And for extra body here, you could add this A over here. So as you see, 1, 3, 5, and 1, 5 over here. Yeah, all options, but make sure you have the 6 over here. To continue on, to play it sort of in time here. And again, same thing. Oh yeah, but now this is where the band kicks in, right? And I just made a tiny mistake because now it's not a real big one. You could, of course, just copy this, but actually now the A minor over here is always played with this inversion, so we get to immediately go to that D. Tell me well. Okay? Of amen, I just said well, but he said amen. That's where we got to the amen part, which is a G chord to a C, back to G. So now you see me using this second inversion of C here. C, first, second inversion. So you get to amen. Okay, so then the tricky chord that you hear, sort of, yeah, I don't know how else to call it, but tricky. It's sort of melancholic. That is a C minor chord instead of a C major chord. So this is a C major chord, which is the first, yeah, amen. Amen. Okay, from G to C and back to G. Then the second time, also I'm not actually sure if it's the second time or the third time, but you'll distinctly hear it. You won't play a C major again, but now a C minor, but not with that E flat on top, but that E flat is played an octave lower. Okay, and then when we go to the chorus, you'll hear bomb, yeah? There the chorus starts. Now, this is of course dubbed with guitars and bass guitars, so I suggest obviously play the octaves over here, and you could also play octaves over here if you want. So the riff is G, F sharp, F, E, and you play G, F sharp, F, boom, yeah, da 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 da, boom, and that E minor is the first chord of the chorus, which I'm now going to show you. Stick to low octaves again over here. Now the right hand is going to move up into this section of the piano and is going to play eighth notes. The chords, I think we've seen, no, there's one new chord. Okay. This is how it's gonna sound, okay? So what we're doing here, the first chord, again, eighth beats, yeah? Just keep on doing that, but changing the notes underneath your fingers. First chord is A, E minor. We've seen that one already. G, B, E. Now in this first inversion, you know the concept. Stick to the low octaves in the left hand. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, onto a B. Okay, B is B, D sharp, F sharp, first, second inversion over here. So from this E minor to this B is lowering this one and this one half a step, right? F sharp, B, E, D sharp, left hand. Just make it full. You could also add the 5. That's just a common technique. If you can't do that, then just play octaves. If you can't do that, then the lowest possible B. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, G, 2, 3. We've seen this one. So, and this one is not played 8 times, but just 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, onto an A minor chord, which we have also already seen, but over here, yeah, now just 1 octave up. E, A, C. 2, 3, 4. To an E minor chord in root position, and pay attention. Yeah, so there is again that same rhythmic thing, but now it's played A, G, G, F sharp, E, whilst the right hand keeps on doing those eighth beats. So this can be kind of tricky for your motoric skills. Is that the correct way of saying? However, practice it very slowly. Yeah, so it's together. You know, that's the first thing. But then a right hand. And then the same thing, but just, yeah, you know. If you can do this, then you're okay. Just do that same thing, but now. And start over. Yeah? Okay. 2 times the chorus. Then we get back to the verse, which is exactly the same thing, but like the second round of the first time that we saw it all played. I don't know what he's saying, sorry, forgive me. Again, I'm going fast because, you know, it's the same thing. Okay, and then is now actually only a drum fill. So it's your decision whether to play that again or not. You could just leave a space, or, you know, if you want to play it on your own, then I suggest just doing that again. Get back to the chorus. Same thing as I showed you, and then we get to the bridge, which is this. Okay, that is the round, is repeated 4 times. I will show you what is done. The first chord, a C chord. The inversions over here are not really super important. You could copy me, or if you know your pop piano skills and you can invert them yourself, then just do what sounds best to your ears. I don't actually know what. Okay, sorry, C to a G. You could also use 4 notes if you like, or this inversion. Then onto B over F sharp. So that's kind of important. The bass here is not the root note B as we saw earlier, but it's a B chord with an F sharp, or the 5 in the bass. To the E minor chord is we already saw that one, so I'm continuing. Again C, and then G to that B. But now, oh yeah, sorry, there's sort of a trick thing going on. Yeah, so you first play the B, then the F sharp to the E minor. Again. And that's also a thing that happens. So that's sort of the same thing over at that B, but then with a trick. Walk from the 3rd to the 1st to the 1. Yeah, in the bass. So that round is 4 times, just those chords. Those are the basics. And then when it ends, you'll hear this. Amen. Okay, and then you'll have 2 more rounds of chorus, and then the song is done. But let me show you that small part over there. When you get out of the bridge, this is what is played. E minor, 8th beats, E minor, 1, 2, 3, 4, a G over D, which means a G chord in the second inversion over here. So make sure you have that B on top, D, G, B, over Ds. To a C major 7 chord, which means regular C at the major 7, which is a B. You could leave out the C over here or play it whatever you want. C, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So resolve onto a regular C, and then boom to that Amen part. Okay. Sorry. First bum bum. So as said, after that 2 more choruses and you're done. So, this means that you can play the entire song. Guys, I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, then please hit the thumbs up, like it, share it, leave a comment. Get over to my website if you want to learn more about pop piano, how to play piano like this, approach the piano through chords, knowing your inversions, adding patterns, and then getting a part like this, just like the pianist on this original recording did himself. If you want to learn more about that and are really motivated, then maybe consider taking my full course, Hack the Piano, or else get on my newsletter for something free every week. And that's it for now, guys. Hope to see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.